I'm really pumped about this lesson because I did this for the Claude Marketer's website and made it a lot more beautifully designed, at least on the hero section. So what we're going to be doing here is using a design system that I've built, the Claude Marketer's design system, which all I did was pull the GitHub repo and have Claude Design build out the system for us. And then I'm going to say that, our website's looking a little bit squished because I think that there's a lot going on here. And I just wanted to redesign and give us some ideas and some inspiration for this hero section. Once we have all of that built out with design, we're then going to hand it off to Claude Code and have Code actually build it all out. So let's get into it here. We're going to call this, and this will be a prototype, not a slide deck, Squished Homepage Redesign. We're going to leave it as high fidelity. And then here I'm going to say the current hero section of the homepage is looking a little bit squished. Come up with a few new ideas for what the hero section could look like. Don't edit anything else, just the hero section of the homepage. We're going to send this in and let Claude Design go to work. Again, it's a little slow, so to spare you probably 5-10 minutes, I'm going to pause and we'll be back to see what Claude Design comes up with. All right, we are back, and Claude Design has actually labeled this as Fix the Squish. And so here's what it came up with. And it looks very similar to like a Figma canvas when you're asking for variations. And you'll notice some of this workflow and UI in some of the later lessons as well. But I just wanted to note that. And you'll see here, we've got a couple of different variations here. I'm not really liking much of this. One's actually pretty cool. It's like a terminal window, and it's actually done some edits here on the copy. But you'll see here that this is actually a live kind of animated section, similar to what we actually have right now on the Claude Marketer's website. If I replay this, you'll see that this was added previously. So I think Claude Design really likes that kind of design style. This one's actually pretty cool too, because it's like showing the curriculum. So it's given us a couple different design angles here. And I'm a big fan of this one here. So for the sake of this, let's just say that we like V3 is what it looks like. I like V3, but don't change any of the copy, just the terminal window. And then we're gonna have it create V3 as the design with just this terminal window on the right side. And then once it's completed this design, I'm then going to send it over to Claude Code, and I'll show how to do that as well. So what it's actually done is created a couple variations to this animated style terminal window and given me a couple others. I actually really like this one, so I'm gonna go with that. But here, just so you could see some of the others that it's created. So I'm gonna say, let's use B, the paper skill spec, but I just want the animated section on the right-hand side of the column as a design file that I can then port into Claude Code to implement onto the website. So let's see what it does here. And then once we've got that design file, we're gonna then be able to port it over to Claude Code. We now have the animation we like for the right column of the website. And you'll see here, it's actually built out a new tab with just this information that we need to implement on the hero of the website. So it went ahead and built it all out. And I asked, where do I find this file? Because I actually did not know where it placed it. And it just gave me this download convenient button here, which we'll click. And then now that it's downloaded and we have it, we're going to go into Claude Code. And I'm going to say, I have a new animated section that I'd like to replace the current right column animation in the hero section with the file that I'm uploading. please make the change to just this animated section and nothing else. And then I'm going to load in that file into Claude Code. And I believe it's in my downloads. And then we can go ahead and now let it do its thing here. All right, this is looking really, really good. And what it did was I had this open up the changes on port 3003, which is just a local version of the website, which we've explained in previous lessons within code. But just so you know, it is a local version of the website. You'll see it here, localhost 3003. But look at that. That looks amazing. And just so you can see what the live website looks like, this is what we currently have. So it looks sort of similar-ish, but I do like this one better. So what I'm going to do is go back into Claude Code, and I am going to say, can you now push this live? And we are going to let it push this live onto the website because, again, we are local, so that it has that on the Claude Marketer's website, and everyone, including yourself, can see this on there now. So let's let it do this, and then I will be back once this is pushed live onto the website. All right, so we have now pushed this live, and I want to show you the live result. So I'm really just going to refresh this page, and now we've got the brand new animation on the right side. What would have probably taken hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to complete, along with maybe a week of dev work, maybe a little less. But I mean, we did this with no technical knowledge in literally, call it 20 minutes. And a lot of that was waiting for Claude Design and Claude Code. Now, I think that we're going to move into a world where Anthropic actually bundles design into the Claude Code instance, or makes it a little bit easier instead of going back and forth and having to hand off. But as of now, this is the way to do it. It's really easy to be able to make edits to a website. You can imagine if you wanted to test like 20 different variations of a hero section, you can do that really easily now with Claude Design. You create it all on Claude Design, you port it over to Claude Code, and you just start testing. So you saw how easy it was to load it all in and have this live on the Claude Marketer's website. So hopefully this gives you the courage, or just like the ideation, the ideas on what's possible with the ability to edit and optimize websites on the fly like this, literally just using Claude Design and Claude Code. All right, let's get into the next lesson.